I'm in, well, outside Pimai Historical Park. I've done a movie before. This is the king here, look, hold on. King of Thailand, there. I've done a movie here before, one of my first movies with Pupa. I was quite proud of it, really. Not knowing what to do and everything. Walking around all them ruins of a temple, basically. If you want to look at it, you've got to go into Kev Moran. Then the headline is Thailand, the Kid, basically. I've had to come here today to pay Dill's insurance. Well, Dill's paying her insurance, not me. As you can see, it's still quite busy. Well, not quite busy, but it's not normally a lot less busy than this now. It is still just... it is still now. As I say, it's one of my first movies, this was. Coming down there, and I was with Pupa running around in there. I was quite proud of it. The trouble is, because I'm new to this game with this movies, there must be about 2 or 3, I don't know how many, let's just say a couple of thousand Thai movies on the YouTube. And because I haven't got no subscribers, and I've not got no likes, and I've got none of this and none of that, comments, I'm probably on the bottom of the list. So if you're going to punch in something like Thailand, you've got to go for about 1,000, 2,000 maybe, people to get to Thailand, the Kid. That's why I keep asking people to subscribe me, so I can go further up that list. Maybe get to 1,998 instead of 1,999. There's my wife here, look. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, she's checking how much she's got paid insurance. Well, it doesn't matter, because I've got money in my pocket. She normally checks things outside the... Oh, look, she's checking how much outside the shoe shop. She normally checks things outside the gold shop, hoping that I'm going to buy... Dill, you can't wear these on the farm. Look. We'll come back and get them, because I'm doing a movie deal. I don't want to put people looking at a movie of shoes. Come on. I'll crack on. You catch me up when you've paid for them. Swaddy cup. Oh, they weren't happy, were they? But as I say, most of this town is more or less the same. Same amount of people about. I've done a couple of movies down here, one in the market, which I had a dump, no good, and another one, they have an annual boat race down the end here. Hopefully I can get to it without it just dragging on too long. They had an annual boat race, like long boats. It's quite popular in Thailand. It gets televised in there, and I did a movie sitting on the banks of that. But when I got back, because this has got no... What do you call it? Is it focus? Not focus. Zoom, that's it. It's got no zoom. The boats look like little bleeding matchstick things. And it didn't look all that clever. So that's another one that I dumped. I don't know why I got rid of the... no idea why I got rid of the market one. Probably just boring. This is even changing now. Catching up with the times. It's got... can you see up there? Traffic lights. When I first came here, many years ago, they didn't need traffic lights here. There weren't enough cars, weren't enough people. But it's a bit of a mixture of old and new here. Look, I mean, I'm just going to... I've not seen this building before, this thing here. Hotel. I didn't tell you about the other few days ago I went to, was it Ban Wat, didn't I? I did a movie down the high street there, and I didn't tell you, it's probably as busy as it has been before this virus come on. Things don't sort of change here in Thailand. Look at these big birds' nests. Things don't sort of change. Up here they don't really anyway. I would imagine as soon as they get a couple of fatalities, people start panicking. But at the moment, people are more or less, there's probably about 10% down in people walking around. But they do look like they've got a, normally these Thais are really, really happy, bubbly people. But they haven't smiled at me just yet. Another new building. What's this, a hotel deal? Huh? Another hotel, look. Oh no, sorry, she's got that wrong. And usually my wife got that wrong. Oh, forgive people money when you die. I'll just say it's a hotel. It's one main street, past that ruined temple, and then you've got like a few off streets of it. About half an hour, 35 minutes on the motorbike it's taken us to get here. And we do all the back roads, like the jungles and everything. Hold on. Another set of traffic lights. How mad's that? Come on, quickly, quickly. These are nice little satellite dishes, isn't they, Dill? Look. I haven't really taken much notice of the people wearing the masks. Are they all wearing them or not? And that basically is from one end of the town to the other. Oh, the school, there's a big school there, yeah, which is shut. Dill's helping me, she's producing. Pointing out silently. That's a fair sized school, isn't it, Dill? Yeah. Quite big. And that's the name of it. Which means nothing to me. Alana? Yeah, yeah. And these are the bits of Thailand I like, but I've said a movie before, you just got to go. You got to go, you know, you've got to move on, haven't you? Really, that's life, isn't it? You can't get stuck in the world of old. Sorry, cab. It's a fair sized school, isn't it? And Dill's Dill's waiting for the rain. Oh, it's to keep the heat off. I thought we might have a bit of a downpour. But when I said to you about the boat race, that I did a movie of it, this is where it is. Here's another hotel. I'll show you this hotel. That's quite a nice hotel there. And the boat race goes down here on this grass. This is normally full up with water. I'll show you, hold on. That looks just like grass there, doesn't it, Dill? That's so low, isn't it? Water underneath there, yeah. Can you see them buffalo grazing over there? As I say, I'm sitting on the bank on the other side. Let me jump across the other side of the road, hold on. No, I'll walk across there in a minute. I was sitting on the bank, one side of this, on the side we're walking over to now, and the boats, they just look so small. Because this was my pocket, you can't zoom in. So I looked at it and I thought, well, dump it. You are not going to believe how hot it is. I bought this umbrella from England in the pound shop. I thought it'd be okay for Thailand, 40 bahts in Thai money. But the Thai umbrellas they use to keep the sun off them have got like a lining, like a grey lining underneath it. This one hasn't really, so basically it's not doing nothing. And that's the bridge we just crossed over. And we're just going to go down here and show you. Let me cross over, can I? Yeah. And you sit on these banks here, and then the boats just go up and down there. But for want of repeating myself, you couldn't see nothing really. You couldn't see a lot. If I continue doing these movies next year, I might do, I don't know, but if I do, I'd like to do it again, but I just need to get myself a sort of zoom camera. And that's the main high street of this town called Pimai. And there's a Tesco Lotus over there. I would imagine today it's shut because of this virus thing. But we normally go in there, get a bit of food. They've got a KFC in there. It's nice once a month just to get a KFC down inside you. What are you doing? Look. She can't stand the weather. This camera, after about 10 minutes, it keeps dropping. I'm going to have to judge it, flick it up again. It must be something to do with the heat here. And if you don't keep your eyes on the little screen, it's only got 1-inch screen on it. If you don't keep your eyes on the screen, you're filming the ground. No, I don't know. It's got to be something to do with the heat. It's done it 2 or 3 times to me. Right, that's it there. I don't know where she's got to pay the insurance. She's got the umbrella there. They make you laugh. They moan about how hot. I'm really going to have a bit of a moan about her now. She moans about how hot it is, but she's got that polar bear coat on. She puts the hood up. Well, that's it for Pimai. Another daily dose for you of the outside world. I must admit, it looks much like any other day here. Again, maybe 10%. I can't say because I'm not very good at percentages, but there's a little bit less people here, but not a great deal. Not a great deal. Oh, there's a gym here as well. Look at that. Well, I never knew that. When I start getting myself, I never knew that, look. When I start getting myself set up, next year, MT Fitness. First time I've seen that. When I start, next couple of years, I'm going to get myself settled with this house, building this house. And then we're going to buy the car. I can pop down here during the day and get a decent workout. By then I'll be 61. Will I be wanting the gym? No, I'd get myself a new hammock. Right, I've got a crossroads back my missus, my beautiful Asian wife. No idea what that is there. Well, as I say, that's your daily dose of the outside world. God knows how hot it is. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning and it's roasting. I've got a t-shirt on, shorts and a pair of flip-flops. Most of these towns, I've got to be totally honest with you, there's not a lot in them. There's not a lot in them. You've got one gold shop, a couple of these motorbike shops, 2 or 3 7-Elevens, wholesalers for building wholesalers, I should say. And this one's got the Tesco Lotus, which unfortunately today will be shut. I know it will be. Since Friday, I'm talking now too much. I should have talked earlier on. Since Friday, the 3rd of April, it's been a sort of like a curfew lockdown from about 10 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night until 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. Basically, that's it at the moment. And they're hoping everybody else throughout the day is sensible. Wears the masks, does as little shopping as they've got to do. And we'll see what happens. So far, there's been about 20 fatalities, or deaths, what do you call it. And I think we've got about 2,000 people that have got the illness. But that's so far. It goes up. As soon as you give it a number, it goes up, then it doubles normally. But as I say, at the moment, the only curfew we've got is a nighttime curfew. If people don't adhere to the rules, they're going to, I would imagine, put an all-day curfew in. Well, that's me lot. Have a great day. Yeah, give her a wave, darling. She's got a coat on and she puts that hood over her head. Kevin, it's too hot. Yeah, well, it would be, darling. Right, that's it. Let me stop here and just spin round. This car park's normally rammed with motorbikes. You've just had your first look of the outside world called Pimai. Have a great day, whatever you're doing, and I'll vlog soon.